This is Greg Gutfeld and his new comedy show.
You all made a great choice. For proof, over at MSNBC,
Hold on,
let's see what Brian Williams is up to right now.
Good evening, I'm Brian Williams, and I am on Mars. Yes, I jumped on a chopper, and now I'm on Mars. I've been here for a year now. I built a castle here made of mastodon carcasses and marshmallows. This is where I invented all the COVID vaccines, as well as penicillin, the smartphone, and Fluffernutter.
Some things never change. Meanwhile, what's on CNN?
You, sir, are a racist.
You are
racist,
the racist.
Racist,
You are.
racist,
You are.
white, male,
Terrible.
racist.
You're the racist.
Racist.
Awful.
What's wrong? I don't get it. Like, Brian Williams lies. He's lying that he's in Mars, okay? Which is... Dude, did a child write this? Like, what the... This is literally like... I know I say this a lot, but conservatives actually have baby brains, dude. I used to joke about how conservatives have baby brains, but this is like literally baby brain shit. Brian Williams, he lies. He's in a helicopter. Remember when he lied? We got him. Oh, that's funny. I can't believe this is fucking worse than SNL, dude. I've reported you to the FBI for showing me this twice. Reminder that this new Fox News show, Gutfeld, is supposed to be funny. I mean, like, the funniest thing is, like, Aaron Rupar has never been funny his entire life as a liberal, but, like, these guys are so fucking bad that he somehow is correct here.
Screw you, MLB. Your stupid exhibition game is about as entertaining as a match of cornhole on ESPN at 3 a.m. in the morning. And screw Delta and screw Coke. In fact, screw all corporations. You stupid execs are cowards and bad golfers. You cheat on your taxes and you cheat on each other.
You're bad golfers? Dude, fucking owned, dude. Yo, that pause between 3 and a.m. because the teleprompter didn't fucking move fast enough adds a hint of comedy to it. They gave him the Garfield font for his show. Wait, where's the intro sequence to this? I think Vic Berger showed this. Does anyone have the intro sequence to his show? It's so fucking bad. Oh, here, this is it.
All right, here we are again.
Okay, reminder that there are further layers of hell. Like, this is Dante's Inferno, okay? You guys think this is bad. Remember, this guy literally ripped Steven Crowder apart for being the most, like, unfunny hack on the planet and even outed him as, like, being in the closet. Just, like, remember, there's always worse. Like, Steven Crowder is literally worse than Greg Gutfeld, but Greg Gutfeld is pretty fucking bad.
If you've been watching the GG show on Saturdays, welcome.
Wait. But that's not what he looks like. When you put it side by side like this, it makes it so much worse.
If you ended up here because you thought your TV was the microwave oven, it's good to see you, Mr. President. Your pizza will be warm in 2 minutes. And Hunter, he brought the extra cheese.
Wait, what does that mean? Pizzagate? Is that a Pizzagate joke? Or is he saying that, like, because Hunter Biden recently said he would, like, snort Parmesan or something because he thought that it was, it reminded him of crack cocaine. Like, he smoked cheese. There is more, folks. So he's, like, very angry at the MLB. What else?
Oh, Dana, I know it's pretty late for you to be up. What did you make of it so far?
Well, first of all, you just stole my first joke because I can't believe that I stayed up 3 hours past my bedtime to watch this.
Yes.
You might consider moving this show back to 3 a.m. Where you belong, and maybe, you know, post it on YouTube or something. That was actually quite successful, the old red eye. Also...
Okay, that's actually... What the fuck? What the fuck? She just rolled and just smoked him, dude. I love that the fucking straight man on the show is funnier than the supposed comedian, dude. What the fuck?
And my problem was I had such high hopes for the show. I think I went up to you last week and I said, Greg, you're going to do great. And then I watched it. And I'm thinking to myself, what was I thinking?
Okay, they're like doing like a roast, but
So they need...
the problem is he's like really bad, so it's kind of not a joke anymore. Do you see what I'm saying?
I happen to think that this story is unfair to the drivers who, let's face, are... You know, they're driving, they have to use the facilities, so they need to, whatever. I don't even know how to discuss this.
Well, that was an excellent question, Greg. Look.
He can't say pee-pee and poo-poo, by the way, like, which is
We're
funny.
back.
Like, he's having a hard time saying pee-pee and poo-poo for the Amazon drivers. Like, he's supposed to be a comedian. He probably has no fucking point. He has no fucking... He has no hard times, like, saying horrific things about black people. But, like, when it comes to peeing and pooping, he's like, I can't say doo-doo. This is when Nick Mullen was on his show Redline with fucking... whatchamacallit. This is such an insane show. I cannot believe this is real, dude. Like, I can't believe that this show was real and Nick Mullen fucking went on a show with a Bolton of all fucking people. Wait, read the description out loud. Comedian Nick Mullen of Cumtown and National Security Advisor John Bolton discussed the rhetoric of President Donald Trump and its impact on radical Islam on Red Eye with Tom Shalhoub.
Do you think the elites are ever going to get used to the way Trump speaks?
No, they're right. It's perfectly clear. The problem is ISIS doesn't have uniforms. So we're going to get them uniforms. That's what he was saying.
Well, I mean, Trump was, I think he was
we're
saying...
Get Mexico to pay for the uniforms.
He's stuck in the clip I played. He was, because they don't wear the uniforms, we have to treat them differently. They
have a uniform, too. There's clearly a uniform there. It's like black pajama bottoms, a giant beard.
Exactly.
There's a sword involved. I'm pretty sure I could pick out ISIS guys.
This is the American uniform.
Exactly.
We're right here.
Right there.
Well, this is more Euro trash, but...
Yeah, he goes, no, I'm more Euro trash. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we already watched this. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, they should have done that on Easter.
Oh!
Yeah, they should.
Oh! Motherfucking David, dude. David Rubin is on. Oh, God, this is it. This is the greatest show. I'm so glad this exists. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm so glad this fucking exists. Oh, this is the literal greatest show that's ever... They made this for me. I feel like... Thank you, Fox News. You made a show just for me, okay? Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so much better than fucking SNL, dude.
To your point,
Yeah.
Wait, who is this guy, dude? This guy literally just looks like a Harley Davidson bike. What the fuck is this guy, dude? Ex-WWE superstar Funkasaurus? Yeah, it's Fat Limp Bizkit. It's Fat Fred Durst, dude. He's a former professional wrestler and Snoop Dogg's bodyguard. He's a former wrestler accused of sexual assault. Okay, listen. All I'm gonna say is, this is, it's great. Conservatives have never had joy in their entire lives, which makes this so much better. This actually sparks fucking joy within me. This makes me feel things. Makes me feel very giddy. I'm glad that they're doing this. Accused of sexual assault in classic Fox News fashion. Yeah, that's how they hire him. They line up.
So we've been on the air for about 5 years now. Actually, a half an hour. And the time has really flown.
Dude, it's so awkward. How is this guy like... How is he like a professional commentator who's been doing this for years and is still so fucking awkward?
Also, I wore orange to match your logo, and I realize now that you seem to have stolen it from Garfield the cat, and now the legal department...
Oh, he does not like that one. He does not like that one.
2 for charisma.
Oh, thank you.
Out of 10.
Damn. Out of 10.
2 for preparation. 2 for delivery. And how did I come up with that number?
I don't know.
Because 2 is your shoe size.
Why'd she wink? Is she saying he has a small peepee or something? What's happening? What does that mean? Is there more there? Why'd she wink like that? Did she just say a small peepee joke? Wait, but like, why would she know? Oh my God, what's happening here, dude?
So I also want to compliment Kat Tim for the revelatory nature of her participation. She just admitted on television, and the host missed it somehow, but that she's free-based Parmesan cheese.
No, I did not.
Now, even in a moment where everyone's admitting, I think you did. Nobody kind of holds back anymore. I was a stripper,
too
okay,
much
I got
Parmesan cheese.
But to admit that you've smoked.
Bro, fucking, like, GTA roleplay Andes know how to fucking talk on a Discord call with 50 people. These guys can't even do fucking 4 at a time. What is going on?
I just want to say, and I'm not being critical at all, I like the exclamation point.
Oh,
I think it's emphatic, it's bold, it's vigorous, and I'm just speaking particularly of that punctuation mark. And I want to affirm it with another one, okay?
Oh, God. This is the guy who, like, used to call into Bubba the Love Sponge or whatever routinely to be like, Iraqis are apes, am I right? Or, you know, who could forget some of the other famous Tuckerisms, like saying that he would like to fuck beauty pageant queens that are not legal yet, or teenage beauty pageant queens. You know, that's like Tucker Carlson's forte. That's where he feels comfortable. Here's a clip from Candace's comedy show. Is one of the worst segments I've ever seen. Attempting to decipher incoherent Cardi B
Breaking
tweets.
news story. Obviously, you have probably seen that I am currently engaged in a tweet.
Wait, is this Dosha Wella? Like, what the fuck? DW? Oh, Daily Wire. Oh my God. I was like, what the fuck? Imagine fucking the German news broadcaster fucking decided to hire Candace Owens.
Also known as a Twitter beef with no one other than Cardi B. So here to unpack all of this drama with me, I have the alleged Harvard graduate, definitive hip hop expert, and Cardi B historian, Ben Shapiro.
Bro, how the fuck do they have people like to watch this shit? You guys know that it is a very difficult thing to like fill an entire studio audience, right? It's very difficult to fucking fill an entire studio audience. Like, it's not easy. They have to pay sometimes. Like, it's kind of wild that they are able to. I mean, there's no shot that they're going to be able to fill that audience every time.
Comedian Nicole Arbor.
Oh my God, she's now calling herself a conservative comedian. Do you guys remember this chick? What did she do? What was her deal? She was like a YouTuber and then she got canceled, right? For saying like really dumb shit. Oh, she did Dear Fat People, right? What was it? What the fuck was it that like got her canceled or something? And then she like became a... Oh, it wasn't Dear Fat People. It was the This Is America parody. That's why. That's what it was.
So just to quickly recap, the way that the feud started with me and Cardi was that she saw a clip of me on Tucker Carlson. He picked the topic, obviously, and asked me to similarly respond. And I said that this, to me, felt like a corrosion of culture, which is something that we talk about often. Sure. So I'm going to try to put you on the spot to defend Cardi. So I said it was a corrosion of culture. Can you spin this for me and tell me how actually, no, this is the opposite? This is us uplifting culture and Black America.
That's very difficult to do. I think if you want to ruin a culture, if you like nasty women and you don't want your children to grow up and get married and be successful, this would probably be a good idea.
Oh my God. If you like nasty women, oh my God, bro, what the fuck? If you want to ruin a culture, what are you talking about, dude? This dude 100% dates only white women. How the fuck did we go down a rabbit hole where I was like, it can't get worse than this. Like, I saw the Greg Gutfeld show and I was like, it can't get worse than this. Conservative comedy can't be worse than this. And you motherfuckers were like, no, actually it can. Here it is. Yeah, wow. There are depths that I did not think we would reach, and we have reached them. This is really fucking bad. Nasty women.
Cardi B that was nasty. It was disgusting, not only visual.
Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. What a fucking turbo nerd over here. Not going to use the other word, virgin is what I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it because, you know, if it's something that you choose to not do, then there's nothing wrong with that. But straight up, dude, straight up, what is this? What the fuck is this? Who the fuck talks like this, dude? I mean, where is the joke? It was so nasty. It was so nasty. Women were dancing, and I don't like it.
You know, you can't go around flaunting your stuff with a fake booty and claiming you got the WAP when your husband cheating on you and leaving you. So I guess the WAP ain't. I guess it ain't WAPing that good. But I don't want to get into that. But
wait, what? Husbands cheat on their wives because their pussy game is not on lock or something? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is he? Did he just try to like fucking say, you know, like black people are unfaithful or something? Is that what he's trying to say? I think that cheating shit was a publicity stunt also. Oh, because Offset cheated on Cardi B. Oh, okay. That's what he was talking about. He's saying Cardi B didn't have a wet ass pussy because Offset fucking cheated on her. Is that kind of weird? I don't understand. Like, isn't that kind of Offset's fucked up bullshit? Like, how the fuck is that Cardi B's fault?
Matter of fact, I'm just going to thank Candy. She put my performance on Fox News, giving it more views that boosted the views on YouTube, and is counting towards my streams and sales. Capitals, stream up, and WAP, period, after space. Remember, grown parents, only you can monitor what your kids watch. No one else.
As our local hip-hop expert, can you please interpret what Cardi B means, and can you also explain to us how this individual was selected to be the person to interview then presidential candidate Joe Biden?
I mean, her Shakespearean brilliance is on full display in this tweet.
Cardi B is literally fucking more understanding and more insightful about the plight of the average American worker as a consequence of her relationship or her personal experience being an average American sex worker not that long ago. Because of all of that, because of her lived experience, she's literally better at fucking describing problems that the American working class goes through, despite being a fucking multimillionaire now, than Ben Shapiro ever will be. Motherfucker, born into a wealthy family in Los Angeles, okay? A child of a musician in LA, literally has never understood anything, and unironically, Cardi B's critique of the American economy, or her statements about the American economy, are significantly more insightful. If you don't want to see that as a positive for Cardi B, then you should absolutely see that as a negative for someone like Ben Shapiro, who literally went to fucking Harvard and got a law degree there. Okay?
The incredible spelling, the use of the emoji, which you remember from King Lear, and the just incredible verbal play.
I was an RP hater, but just fucking go back. I can't watch this cringe. Imagine watching this and thinking it's cool to be conservative. I don't think anyone thinks it's cool to be conservative. I can't see anyone thinking that it's cool to be conservative. There is nothing cool about it.
So there's this game that folks in the media on the left, they love to play this game, where they will do something that is extraordinarily edgy or ridiculous or insane. And then if you notice this thing, they say, why are you even looking at that? Why are you even watching that? And it's sort of like the barista who, you know, it has the green hair and the rings all over their face, like in their eyelid. And then you look at them like, what are you looking at? You, right? Because you decided to make yourself look like this because you wanted attention. Cardi B was looking for attention. You gave her attention.
Wait, but she's like literally saying she likes the attention. They just read a tweet of her saying, like, thank you for the additional attention you gave. It's good for my business. Where are the jokes? Why? How is the audience laughing at this? Someone needs to figure out if there's a fucking gun in there. How? This is making me less funny by watching this, okay? Like, I'm already not a super funny person to begin with, but like, this has literally made me less funny. Watching this has ruined comedy for me. I will never laugh again. I will literally never laugh again. It's broken me.
And the incredible genius of her feminism, which is absolutely indistinguishable, as far as I can tell, from pretty much every softcore pornography film from like 1987.
I've seen them all. You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so fucking bad, dude. It's so fucking bad. Guess you're out of touch with the average Joe, buddy. No motherfucker literally looks at this and thinks it's funny. Like, there's no way. Why the media stopped here? Look. Let me just tell you exactly what this is, okay? He's going to say because the guy is black, the media stopped covering it. But if it was a white shooter or a white murderer, mass murderer, the video would, they would cover it nonstop. Except, motherfucker, it's not because he's black or white or anything else. It's literally because in America, when you do violence, you get literally overshadowed by the next iteration of violence that occurs in a 24-hour period. That's the real reason. There you go. I fucking spoiled the video for you. I didn't pre-watch it. I don't have to pre-watch it because I fucking know exactly what he's going to say. And I already gave you the answer for it. You know what? Let's watch it.
Just let it out of the closet exactly what they are. The more the blowback is coming. And it's going to come against the media too. There's a reason that right-wing media are growing. And we will continue to grow here at Daily Wire. Because...
yeah, billionaires funding all of these operations despite the fact that you literally are a money-losing operation.
We here at the Daily Wire acknowledge we're conservative. I've told you, go listen to Pod Save America, go listen to my show, and then where we agree on the fact pattern, that's the facts. Everything else is opinion. And nobody on the left will do that because they are liars. And I don't lie about my agenda. You know my agenda the moment you set foot in the hearing range of this show. But the media just lie to you.
But so does the fucking Pod Save America. Ben is exactly the same as Pod Save America in the sense that they're both independent, but literally financed and funded by the very same people that finance and fund larger media operations like legacy media and publishers and shit like that. And they literally advocate for the same two-party system, and they literally straight up advocate for their fucking party. That's it. The difference is like the Pod Save America agenda sometimes is like not as shitty as the fucking Ben Shapiro agenda.
So over the weekend, there was a rather major story, but it's not a major story because here's the way it works when it comes to crime stories. If there is a crime story that backs the media narrative that America is systemically racist and evil and filled with white supremacist right-wingers, then that's a national story. If a person who is not moving along with that narrative commits a murder in a high-profile fashion, that's not a national news story, that's a local news story. So if a white person kills a black person on the street, that's a national story because it underscores the idea that America is evil and systemically racist, and how could we be such a terrible country? If a black person kills a white person on the street...
White people kill black people all the time and get zero news coverage. It's only when a white person kills a black person and doesn't get fucking arrested or gets away with it. That's when it becomes a news story. This is something that conservatives always do, and it's very frustrating. They'll literally be like, well, what about this random black guy that fucking stabbed a white child in the middle of the street? And it's like, dog, that guy immediately got arrested after doing that. It's not a story, because when violent events like that occur and there is some sort of justice immediately and he's in fucking jail, what are you going to cover? Like, they'll literally be like, I can't believe everyone's talking about Ahmaud Arbery, but no one is talking about this black guy who killed a white child. It's like, no, it's specific because I'm talking about two actual events that occurred in a similar time frame, and conservatives were trying to make this like a meme, basically. Like, what about this black guy that killed a white kid? And it was like, well, yeah, that guy's a fucking psycho. But guess what happened? He immediately went to jail. Okay, they literally arrested him and he went to jail immediately. So justice to some degree was served. There's still the structural injustice that that created a monster like that would then go and do such horrific and inhumane things. But justice was served in that circumstance, which is precisely why that wasn't a fucking large story. In the other instance, the reason why the Ahmaud Arbery story was significant was not because it was a black victim with white people murdering him. It was because it was an instance where justice was not served in a circumstance where there was like straight up cruelty and injustice that occurred. That's the difference. When Derek Chauvin murders George Floyd in cold blood in front of like literally 50 fucking people, in front of the whole goddamn town, and doesn't get immediate punishment for it, doesn't get arrested for it immediately, that's injustice. That needs to be covered. That's the difference. Just like when the white dude went and fucking murdered a bunch of people in a massage parlor, that story was a big story for the day and maybe the couple days. But the larger story in that circumstance was literally the way that the police talked about the issue. The larger circumstance in that, the larger concept that everyone was talking about was the fact that the police almost functionally covered for this guy by saying he had a bad day. That's the story. And guess what? In America, violent events are so commonplace that story went away already. That story went away already. A person went and killed 8 people, and that story went away already because the next week there was more violence, and the next day there was more violence. And that's the real reason why we move on from stories like this. There was a fucking shooting at a near a military base by a corporal that just happened yesterday. You probably never even heard about it because there is a mass shooting all the fucking time. There was another shooting that occurred, I believe, in OC last week. We didn't even talk about it. You didn't even hear about it. There are mass shootings that happen all the fucking time in this country.
It turns out that there was an attack on the U.S. Capitol Police. A member of U.S. Capitol Police was killed by a person who drove a car into 2 U.S. Capitol Police officers, then got out of his vehicle with a knife, and then he was shot by the police. The immediate response by the media, by many in the media, was this has to be some sort of white supremacist, right? This has to be a QAnon guy or something.
No, the reason why people were speculating that could be the fucking case, even though no one fucking literally said that, because there was actual footage of who the person was that did the crime. But the reason why anyone would even fucking speculate on behalf of something like that, which no one did, but if they were to say that, which no one did, but if they were to say that, maybe it would have something to do with a fucking literal insurrection that occurred not that long ago. If you have no evidence of this matter, if you have no evidence of the media saying shit like this, then you just fucking make stuff up. Fuck it. It doesn't matter.
Something. Well, it turns out not. It turns out
that never happened because it was immediately covered. There was widespread coverage, so no one even had the opportunity to speculate, okay?
That the attacker was a 25-year-old black man who was a follower of Louis Farrakhan's Nation of Islam. This person's Facebook page.
Where is he reading that shit from? What article are you reading that from? Where did you generate that information from? Where is the source? Because I know Daily Wire doesn't fucking... No, hold on. The argument I'm going to make is this. Daily Wire does not create news, okay? They don't have any journalists that actually fucking go to events and like write and take notes and publish. He's getting that from mainstream media. So it literally defeats the argument that he's making about mainstream media because he's getting that information from a mainstream media source that probably fucking covered it. That's the point. It's so idiotic. It's like, I can't believe the mainstream media is hypothetically lying about this. It's like, motherfucker, you're reading a CNN article that is literally describing the perp. Like, all of this shit is derived from like 3 main sources, like Reuters and Associated Press, and everyone just aggregates, okay? So He's literally reading something that is either directly ripped from an AP byline or that another mainstream media outlet sent their own journalists and wrote about the situation extensively. And he's just reading that now while simultaneously claiming that the media is not fucking covering the actual report.
X. Many Twitter accounts initially rushed to assume the attack was carried out by a white supporter of former President Trump. But the minute that it turned out that this was a Louis Farrakhan supporter, boom.
Capital attack suspect identified, claimed to be a follower of Farrakhan, admired Malcolm X. NBC's Pete Williams reported Friday that Capitol Police identified the suspect as a 25-year-old from Indiana who may have lived in Virginia. On his Facebook page, he notes that he's a follower of the Nation of Islam. So it seems like mainstream media immediately did what mainstream media does, which is fucking report on the news accurately. So where is the fucking biases here, my friend?
Gone from the media.
Yeah, by the way, many Twitter accounts. Like, when you don't have fucking literal proof, you just say, oh, people on Twitter are saying this. Yeah, motherfucker. People on Twitter literally say shit like going outside, saying people should go touch grass is literally ableism. You think that's like a genuine point that most people hold? No. If you make fun of my eating, if you make fun of my, weird food habits, you're literally being ableist and you should stop doing it, sweaty. There you go. Many people are saying this on Twitter. Is that a fucking news story? No. Shut the fuck up.
A U.S. Capitol Police officer was just murdered over the weekend. It is not a national news story because of the identity of the perpetrator.
It literally was a national news story. They covered it. They figured out what the fuck had happened. If there's more additional information on like what the reasoning was behind what motivated this attack, then they will cover it again. How the fuck has someone who has done media criticism for like the majority of his career not understanding that this is how the fucking media works? Like,
but this person was a follower of Louis Farrakhan. Will a single Democrat who's met with Louis Farrakhan be asked about this?
The funniest thing about fucking Louis Farrakhan is like, if Louis Farrakhan is like literally fucking inciting violence, which by the way, he is a piece of shit. Like, Nation of Islam is one thing. Louis Farrakhan is literally not a fucking liberal or left adjacent even remotely. It's just because he's black. Okay. This is something that conservatives do all the time when they're like, oh, he's black, which means that he is left wing. It's like, why? Like, don't you literally have Candace Owens in your fucking lineup of tokenized individuals that like literally generate content specifically against the background that they come from? So you recognize that black people can be conservative, right? It's kind of weird. Yeah. Louis Farrakhan espouses liberal ideas such as homophobia, transphobia, bigotry of many different sorts, anti-Semitism.
Single Democrat who's made nice with Louis Farrakhan. I'm talking about Representative Hank Johnson. I'm talking about Rashida Tlaib. I'm talking about Ilhan Omar. I'm talking about all the Democratic members who have been warm with figures from Nation of Islam.
Warm?
Well, any of those people.
Warm? What the fuck is she talking? What is he talking about,
About
dude?
their association with.
Bro, Ilhan Omar literally is like pro-trans rights. What the fuck, dude? Muslim Americans do outreach within the Muslim American community. Muslim Americans are more progressive than white evangelical Protestant Christians. Okay? Facts. They are more tolerant to the LGBT community than white evangelical Protestants, which Ben Shabibo directly targets and is directly speaking to, which already have an outsized influence on American politics. Okay? They literally run the Republican Party. Rashida Tlaib, from a very long time ago, like writing a fucking column or some shit like that, like writing a fucking blog from whenever the fuck, does not mean that they're like best buds. Democratic Rep. Rashida Tlaib wrote a column for Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan's blog in 2006. The column was on The Final Call, a blog founded by Louis Farrakhan back in 2006. You know what Ben Shabiba was writing in 2006? Rashida Tlaib was writing stuff about arguing against excessive punishments such as detention and deportation for legal immigrants accused of minor offenses. That's what she was writing about. You want to know what this bitch-ass shitlord was writing about in 2006? About how English classes make your son fucking gay, okay? That's what he was writing about in 2006. About how he's a fucking virgin and how it's so tight that he's a virgin. He was writing about doing a fucking final solution for Palestinians by putting them in trains and sending them to God knows where. Anyway, so, fuck Ben Shabibo, horrible dog shit person.